Hi friends, welcome to Information, Education and Communication channel or IC channel. Writing formal letter at workplace. I'm going to present writing formal letter at workplace in this video. Why letter writing is important? Its main aim is to convey a message from one person to another, that is personal letters, or between two organizations, departments and offices, that is business letters. It serves many purposes, mainly for correspondence between the two offices, two persons for business and other purposes, exchange of information. It is used for providing important information to the addressee and for issue of instructions or directions or dispose of pending issues expeditiously. Type of letters. There are two types of letters. Informal letters. Letters written to friends, parents, relatives, etc. Formal letters. Letters written at workplaces. Structure of the formal letter. The formal letter contains following features: name of the office, organization and department, that is on top of the page. Letter number, that would be on left side, and the date would be on the right side. Address to whom it is being written. Say dear sir or madam to start a letter. Write subject matter of the letter and then reference. Communication to the addressee. At the end, yours faithfully or sincerely. Then the signature. Type of formal letters. We can also categorize formal letters into usual letters and demi-official letters. Usual letters. Usually, formal letters are written to convey the messages, issue directions or instructions, obtaining information, etc. in a simple format. Demi-official letters. DO letters are demi-official letters written to draw the attention of the concerned on important subject matters. It looks like a personal letter. Layout. Two layouts are given in subsequent slides. One is usual letter format and other one is DO letter. Usual letters. First part of the usual letters contains logo, name of the office, address and contact details. Second part is the letter number and date of issue of letter. Third part would be details of designation and address of addressee with detailed address. Fourth part would be addressing the addressee with sir or madam and also subject and reference of the letter. Fifth part would be body of the letter. It contains three subparts, that is introductory paragraph, subject matter paragraph and concluding paragraph. If any of enclosures are attached, they have to mention here under enclosure. Lastly, the letter will end with yours faithfully and signature of the issuing authority with name and designation. DO letters. As already said, DO letters are written to draw the attention of the addressee in an informal way. If you see the layout of the DO letter, you will find name of the officer, designation, department in the first part instead of logo and name of the department. This shows that the authority is writing letter in a personal capacity. If we come to second part, we see that DO no is written instead of no. Generally, there will not be subject and reference in the fourth part and the addressee's details will move to last part as seen in the layout format. After the body of the letter, that is after concluding paragraph with regards or with respects, is written by the authority and then yours sincerely is written instead of yours faithfully. There is no need to write designation as in the case of usual letters after the name. Finally, addressee details will be written with his or her name. Stationery. One key to effective presentation is attractive stationery. You have to use A4 sized headed paper, that is printed letterhead plus matching unheaded sheets if you want to use more than one page. Instead of printed letterhead, you may design letterhead on your computer. You may also use pre-printed envelopes with address and other information. A5 paper, that is half the page of A4 paper, may be used for short notes. Language. Use simple language to explain the subject. Aim for maximum clarity of style in your letter and check for ambiguity. Don't use abbreviations such as IBID, INST, and ULT. Spell things out instead. Use active sentences and not passive sentences. Use simple and short sentences. If compound and complex sentences run too long and spread into 2 to 3 lines, it should be cut into 2 to 3 sentences to explain in better way. Whenever for better writing techniques and use of complex and compound sentences. You may see IC channel YouTube video on simple techniques of writing skills by visiting below URL. Subject of the letter. It is the title of the letter in brief so that reader could identify the subject and categorize in a proper way. It would also draw the attention of the reader about a particular subject. It will be easy for him to place all such letters in one subject file. Note: if the correspondence is made on one subject, all the letters pertaining to this subject have same subject. Alteration should not be made. Reference in the letter. If you are initiating fresh letter, there would not be any reference. If you are responding to a letter received by you, then you would refer the details of the letter in the reference. If correspondence was happened earlier, then all those references have to be referred against the reference item, and these references have to be quoted in the body of the letter. Body of the letter. In first paragraph, say about the subject and facts you are presenting. You can provide information about what needs to be done by the reader or addressee in subsequent paragraphs in clear and understandable way. Conclude the letter by requesting the addressee to respond to your letter. You may also put timeline for addresser's response. Paragraphs. The body of the letter should contain short paragraphs. The longer paragraphs have to be split and convey messages clearly. Each of the paragraphs has conveyed one idea. Use numbers in paragraphs for clarity whenever necessary instead of using complex sentences. For example, you are requested to kindly undertake following tasks for formulation of plan for the project. Prepare a plan of action, fix timelines for all the activities, and develop monitoring parameters. Plan for the draft. Beginners have to first prepare a draft letter on the intended subject. Finalizing the letter involves three aspects: plan, make, and edit the draft letter. They have to make a list of facts in logical order to pass on to the addressee with references, if any. What needs to be done by the addressee for you to be listed? Put most important ones first in case where addressee has to expedite the work or provide information. Those have to be listed properly and deadlines have to be fixed. Prepare a draft. All those facts and figures listed earlier from a draft letter. Therefore, put all of them into logical and methodical order. While doing so, you are requested to refer layouts of usual and DO letter formats, and fill in all information as per the layout or put them sequentially as explained in previous slides. Edit the draft. When the draft is ready, go through all the contents of the draft and see whether simplification or shortening of letter is required and carry out the same. Then improve the style in respect of wording, sentence structure and paragraphing. You may also check whether draft convey message exactly what you want to say and check mistakes of grammar, spelling and punctuation and correct the same. After making all corrections and improving the contents of the draft letter, it is ready for issue. However, the letter issuing authority has to verify once again the correctness of the letter in all respects and make corrections if any. Then the letter may be issued putting signature by the letter issuing authority. Thank you very much for visiting IEC channel. IEC channel is bringing out videos on various subjects. You are requested to kindly come back again to see our informative videos. Please encourage us by subscribing and liking our videos. Thank you.